Okay, what's going on, everybody? Video is going to be a little bit different today. There's no camera. James is out of town, so I still got to do a video though, just to get one up, because I want to get a video up every day just to remain consistent. Before we get started, I'm going to ask you to leave a like and subscribe, please. It greatly helps out the channel, helps us grow, especially when you leave a like. It lets other people know that the content's good. They'll click on the video more. It just greatly helps me out, helps James out, helps the channel out. So if you could be so kind as to do that for me, I'd really appreciate it. Now, I'm going to go through a tier list again. It's not going to be anywhere near as long as the Warframe video. I felt like I needed to do another tier list because the Warframe video was way too long. Some Warframes we went in depth in, others we tried to rush through. It was the first one we ever did, and to me it wasn't very good. So I'm gonna do a Mortal Kombat 11 tier list, mainly because the game came out not too long ago, about a month ago, and let's just get into it. First one, Baraka. I feel like he's a decent character. I don't think he's unreal, like godlike. He is really good. I want to put him at an A because I feel like he has good mix-ups. The only problem is he doesn't have a lot. He has decent range, but he doesn't have like a teleport to get to opponents. Like maybe Scarlet or Cetrion can keep you at range, or Aaron Black, who's to me really overpowered in this game. But I want to put Baraka at an A because when he doesn't get in close, it seems like he's able to perform really well with combos at close range and mid range. He can do a lunge at you, spikes. Of course, you could probably see it coming with Baraka unless he does a range spark with his claws. But I want to put him at an A. To me, when I got good with him, he just seemed pretty decent combos. Cassie Cage is weird for me. She seems to have decent range, but she's really hard for me to do combos. Maybe I just suck with Cassie. In MKX, it seemed like she was a little bit easier to do combos with. But I want to put her at a C, and I feel like I'm not doing her justice very well, but I want to put her at a C. She doesn't seem to have very good combos for me. Now, that's just me. Again, this is my list. You're probably going to have something completely different than I will. But that's just the way it is. I mean, it's a tier list. It's my list. If you disagree, leave it in the comment section down below and let me know. But that's where I feel she should belong. Cetrion, decent. She's able to keep her opponent at decent range, and she seems to do high damage. She's almost like I don't want to call her a denial character. That sounds kind of weird. But the reason why I want to call her a denial character is because she's able to, it seems like, deny an opponent from coming in close and doing combos on her. So she can do combos at range, I feel, but if she has an opponent that can get in close on her and do a lot of damage, I just feel like she's average, but not great. Which is kind of weird, seeing that she's an Elder God. D'Vorah, I absolutely hate D'Vorah in this game. I can't do a 3 combo string with her, which kind of sucks because I know she was unbelievable in MKX, but to me, she is just incredibly tricky to fight with. Which, I mean, fine. Some people are just really good with certain characters, but to me, I can't do anything with D'Vorah. Her grabs are decent. I've never seen people do a lot of strings with her that I've seen. She's incredibly difficult to fight with to me. I'm going to put her at a D. Now, Aaron Black, a lot of people say he's OP. I fought with him a couple of times. I think he has unbelievable range. A lot of his stuff is safe, I feel. He's able to throw that little acid pull down to a kick and knock you over his head where you land in it. Does extra, like, chip damage. Really good range. Still has decent combos up close, which you wouldn't feel with somebody that has a lot of guns. He seems like he would just be a range character, but he's incredibly overpowered to me. I want to put him in an S. I think I am. To me, he's a character that almost needs to be nerfed, and I hate saying that for a lot of players who are Aaron Black players. But I think I'm going to have about 4 S's on this list. Three or four. Maybe two, I don't know. But let's get to Garrus. Now, I've seen people fight with Garrus, and people say this guy's just incredibly overpowered. I think he's an S or an A. He's extremely difficult to fight against. Actually, there are going to be a lot of characters that are an S here. Just really overpowered characters, which, you know what, fine. You want to have characters that are fun and easy to fight with, so you can fight online or fight single player and just have fun overall. But I've seen people fight with Garrus online, and he just, everything seems safe with him. Everything seems incredibly overpowered. Really hard to fight against. I'm going to put him at an S. Just from what I've seen. Could be incredibly wrong. Could sound like an idiot. You know, whatever. Let's go with Jade. She's a weird character for me. She's a character that seems like she's really decent if you can get her down, but her, I don't know, her combos, she didn't seem to have a ton of combos, but she seems a little average or a little above average. I've played with her a couple of times. She does have some decent strings, but it's hard to mix up her when you do figure out some combos. She's a little tricky to fight with, but some of her strings aren't. I want to put her at a B, because I have fought against her and I have fought with her. She's not too hard to fight with. She's decent. And it's kind of like the same thing with Jax. Now, Jax has terrible range. Awful range. I know he can shoot sparks out of his hand, or a heat wave out of his hand, or out of his fist when he builds up, but if you're fighting somebody like Frost, or Noob, or Scorpion, or Liu Kang, or Sub-Zero, or basically a lot of people with range, he's going to suffer. And because of that, I want to put him at a C, but when you get in close, he's unbelievably good. I fought with him, and I think he's above average. I really do. I think he's above average. I hate to say that he's not, because I love fighting with Jax. He's a really iconic character in Mortal Kombat. I'm going to put him at a B. I know some people are going to hate that because his range, it's easy to keep him at a distance. But once he gets in close, he's just unbelievably, like, overpowered. Now, Johnny Cage is, he's odd for me. He has some decent mix-ups. Sometimes I can fight good with him, other times I can't. I know that sounds stupid. Doesn't really make a lot of sense. Maybe I just suck. That could be a possibility. Maybe I just suck. Some of these characters I'm really good with, but Johnny Cage, I feel overall, is average or a little above average. I fought with him a couple of times. Seemed pretty decent. I'm going to put him at a B. In front of Jade. I'm going to put Jax. Well, yeah, I'm going to keep Jax behind Jade. Cabal. Now, I feel like Cabal is a good character. He has some decent mix-ups. He's able to get to his opponent fast with a Nomad Dash. He has his hooks that he can throw. Decent range, decent mid-range. He's able to get to his opponent fast. Decent combos. I feel like he's an A. And I feel like he's in front of Baraka. I feel like he's an A. To me, he's a decent character. Now, going on to Kano. Kano's weird. Kano is strange to me. I fought with him a couple of times. A lot of these characters are strange to fight with, to me, sometimes. I'm not... Some of those tricky characters, like some of those characters that are just decent range, weird mix-ups, I have a hard time fighting with. I feel like Kano would be a B. He's not unbelievable, but he's decent. I feel like he's maybe right behind Johnny Cage in front of Jade. I feel like he has decent range with his knives. The little cannonball he throws at you when he runs into your chest, kind of like just disrupts your attack. He's a decent character. He's just, to me, he's hard to fight with. Now, Katana's a little decent. Excuse me, my nose has been acting up. I apologize. Allergies. Springtime. Apologize for that. Katana. I fought with a Katana a couple times. I feel like she's at a B or an A. I want to put her at an A because I feel like her combos are a little bit better than Jade. I mean, I know when the beta was out, Jade pretty much had no combos, but Jade's still hard to do combos with. But I feel like Katana is a little bit above a Jade in terms of just combos and fighting. So I'm going to put Katana at an A. Now, this character I have no idea how to fight with, the Collector. The Collector is incredibly difficult to fight with. He's able to stop oncoming range attacks with his lamp. He can suck them in. He can teleport. When he gets in close and he does his combo string, it's incredibly annoying, but he doesn't seem to do much else in that one, like, 10-hit combo with all 4 of his arms. I don't know how to fight with this guy. Again, maybe I'm just bad. Game is relatively new. I haven't mastered every character. I haven't mastered really any character, but I want to put him at a D. I have no idea how to fight with this guy. I think he just sucks. Could be wrong, but... Now, Kotal Khan. I fought with Kotal Khan a couple times. The big characters I have trouble fighting with, just in general, in every Mortal Kombat game. I have trouble doing the strings. I'm a type of player who likes to get in close, do a bunch of combos, like Baraka. Sub-Zero, when he gets in close, is good. Noob Saibot is pretty... Liu Kang is really good in close. I feel like Cabal's good in close. Johnny Cage, Jax. Kotal Khan I don't feel is god-awful. But his combos, I think, aren't as good as some of the characters that are in the B. Definitely A slot and definitely S. I want to put him at a C. Really high C. I know that doesn't really make a lot of sense. He's still a C, but... I don't know. Kotal Khan's... I don't know. His combos are okay, but I feel like he's just out of the B slot, just out of the above average. Now, Liu Kang, I love fighting with Liu Kang. I almost want to put him at an S, but I don't feel like he's so overpowered and so safe in everything that he does to where he's just unbeatable. I'm going to put him at an A. His kicks are unreal. His flying kicks, his crushing blows, something I haven't really talked about here. His crushing blows are okay. They're kind of hard to perform. His bicycle kick is easy to do, but once opponents get used to it, they can just block high and just stop it. Just like with a flying kick. He has decent mix-ups. Fireball's pretty decent. Flying kick's really fun to use, especially when you enhance it. Bicycle kick is really cool. Really iconic Liu Kang anyway, but I feel like he's an A just out of an S. Now the next character, Noob Saibot, this guy is unbelievably overpowered online. I've seen people fight with this guy and he's almost untouchable. When people know how to fight with this guy, he's unreal. I want to put him at an S. His teleport, yeah, you can block it when you just block and do an uppercut. You can counter and punish that real easy when you see it coming. But when he uses his shadow and combos and he gets you in his strings, he does tons of damage and he's really, really good mix-ups, really tricky to fight against. A really good character. I'm going to put him at an S in front of Geras. Now, Raiden, this guy's unbelievably hard for me to fight with. You almost have to be a master with him to be good with him to me. I feel like the gods in this instance, in this game, have been reduced to just like low tier. And that's just me. I can't fight with them. Raiden is really hard to perform combos with for me. I'm going to put him at a C. Scorpion, OP. I know Ed Boon loves Scorpion. It's just like his main character. He and Sub-Zero and everything. I want to put him at an S. To me, he's overpowered. I don't see them nerfing any character. I don't know how they would do that. Maybe reduce damage. I don't know. But Scorpion is just incredibly overpowered, especially when he can shoot a spear all the way across the screen. Really good combos, even as a teleport. He's just unbelievably overpowered. I'm going to put him at the highest S. Now, Shao Kahn, this guy's annoying. Not really annoying because he's good. I just hate... I don't like Shao Kahn. Actually, I love him as a villain. I hate fighting with him. I have no idea how to perform combos with him. There were a couple times I got combos with him. But then other times, I don't know. I just sucked with Shao Kahn. I feel like he's not a D. Because you're still able to fight with him. But he's not above average. I'm going to put him at a C. Scarlet's kind of the same way. I feel like she's decent. But again, her combos are... or almost non-existent. She does have enhanced damage, like kind of like Baraka does, but she has a little more abilities that can enhance her damage. But she's not nowhere near as good as Baraka. To me, she's easy to do combos on. You're able to easily get inside on her. I know her Blood Ball's decent for keeping opponents at range. She's hard to fight with to me. I'm going to put her at a C. Sonya Blade, combo strings are unreal. Once she starts doing combos on you, she's unstoppable. You can't do anything on the arrow on her. You can't jump and get in combo strings once you land, because she'll just combo you in the air, which looks ridiculous when she jumps up and does like 50 hits on you. Like some air jet, she just jumped up and just starts punching you in the face in the air like 50 times. She has incredible grappling. Now, I think a lot of this has to do with, Ronda Rousey voiced her. They wanted to do her justice. Fine, it's, whatever. It's cool. Sonya Blade's always been iconic in Mortal Kombat. Ronda Rousey's cool. She pretty much, paved the way for female fighting. Sonya Blade, I think, was like the first real, her and Katana in Melina, first real female fighters in the game, especially Sonya. So, it's not really a big deal, her being just overpowered. I'm going to put her at an S, just behind Scorpion, because I feel like she doesn't really have a teleport. Scorpion does. He's able to get in his opponents a little bit better than Sonya. But once she starts doing combos on you, she's unreal. Sub-Zero, my favorite Mortal Kombat character ever. I feel like I have some bias here. I'm really good at fighting with Sub-Zero. The ninjas in this game are just unbelievably overpowered. I want to put him at an S, because his freeze, if you can get those combo strings down, really easy crushing blows, really good mix-ups, really good range, good 50-50s, really good at mid-range. I'm going to put him in an S. Frost. Now, I've seen some people fight with Frost. There are some people that main Frost. She's a decent character to fight with. She's got some decent mix-ups. She's got some decent range on her. I don't think she's as good as Scorpion Sub-Zero, obviously not, but she does have some good mix-ups. I think she's above average. As a matter of fact, I think she's better than some of the characters I put at a B. I want to put her at an A. I think she's a decent character to fight with once you get good with her. Now, Jackie Briggs, the last one, last but not least. Jackie Briggs, I don't think she's not a D. She's not a C. I think she's above average. When I fought against her online, she has some decent range. She's way better at getting in on opponents, better than her dad, Jax Briggs. But she's not as good as some characters like Liu Kang or Cabal. I feel like she's at a B, almost an A, but I feel like she's at the highest level. Just to recap, I know they got some DLC coming out. Hopefully, I can't wait to see Nightwolf and stuff like that. I miss the old Nightwolf. I miss Nightwolf just being in Mortal Kombat. Really cool character. Apparently Spawn is supposed to be in the game. I'm really looking forward to that. I did criticize this game. If you want to play this game just for fighting in general, putting aside microtransactions and politics and skins or whatever, the crypt can be grindy. I don't have a problem with that, because I like the game to last. To me, it's fun to go in the crypt, and the crypt has always been a little grindy to get everything in it. I know the stuff is really RNG based, but if you want a game that's just pure fighting, really good fighting mechanics, good sound effects, good graphics, you can't go wrong with this game. Yes, the politics are awful. Some of the stuff some of the developers have said, I wholeheartedly disagree with, but when I look at it just in terms of a fighting game, you have to decide for yourself if you can put that aside and just play the fighting game. I do it because it's a business and I love Mortal Kombat. I'm able to put that stuff aside, even though it really frustrates me, that it remains to be seen whether or not I keep purchasing in the future. I don't know. But in terms of a fighting game, just in general, this is probably the best fighting game out right now, to me. especially just sound effects, graphics. I love Mortal Kombat, always had since I was a kid in the 90s. You know, I was playing this game when I was 5 years old, Mortal Kombat 2, but I love this game. I think the Collector, I'm going to put him last. I think he sucks. D'Vorah, I think, sucks. Scarlet's really hard to fight with, almost sucky range. Shao Kahn too. Raiden's hard to fight with. Cetrion, Cassie, iffy for me. Kotal Kahn, I think he's just out of the bees. Jax is just in the bees to me. Once it gets in close, he's easy to fight with. Jade for me is a little tricky, but I think once you start getting good with her, she's a little above average. Kano, got some decent mix-ups, but I think he's just out of the A's. Johnny Cage, kind of the same. Jackie, I think he's just on the verge of being unbelievable. Frost, got some decent mix-ups, decent rage, along with Katana. Baraka too, once he gets in close, really easy to fight with. Cabal, really good range, able to get on opponents fast. Somewhat of a teleport, he can do his dash, Nomad Dash, get in, just like Liu Kang, flying kick. Then you got Sub-Zero, who has a slide, decent range, able to freeze opponents. I'm really good with him, that's why I put him at an S. He's my favorite character to fight with. Geras, really hard to fight against. Noob, seems like everything is safe, along with Aaron Black. Sonya, unbelievable combos. Then you got Scorpion, just incredibly overpowered. Teleport, range, unbelievable combos. Just everything is overpowered with Scorpion. Like the truest S you can get to. It's kind of ironic, you know, starts with an S. I don't know, he's just unbelievably overpowered in this game. Once somebody picks Scorpion, they're good with him, you really can't beat him. But that's it for my tier list, guys. Of course, as I said, James won in this video. If you could please leave a like and subscribe, greatly helps out the channel. I don't know if I'm going to do a tier list again Friday. Maybe do some Pokemon, I don't know, it'd be kind of neat, but that would be a really long video. Trying to do shorter tier lists, because I know the long ones, it's really hard to sit and listen to sometimes. Hopefully the mic quality was a little bit better. I'm using a lav mic for this instead of the camera audio. Hopefully you enjoy this, and you know, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Social media is going to be down in the description below, and I guess see you in the next one. You have a good day, and thank you for watching.
Yeah.